Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Wendy, and today we are going to talk about what to do when you start having those new teacher tears. Okay, so I'm going to be so honest with you. Teachers cry. Like, teachers cry. It's very normal. There are many teachers that have cried in the bathroom, in their cars. I've cried in my car. It could be for a magnitude of reasons. Whether or not a student said something really mean to you, whether or not, you really wanted your kids to do well on a certain test and they didn't, or you don't feel like you're an adequate teacher, or like a coworker or your director said something to you that you didn't like and it just made you feel really emotional and you felt like you needed to cry about it. I'm here to tell you that that's okay. It's okay. It makes you human, right? First and foremost, you have emotions and you have the right to your own emotions. So if you feel like you have to cry, then cry it out. Take a second and just walk away. But my recommendation is don't let your students see you cry. Another coworker might be helpful, but some people don't know how to respond to other people crying, so it might be really uncomfortable for them. But my suggestion would be to go to the bathroom, go to the car, and have a good cry session, and just let it all out. Let everything out. Let everything that you're feeling, even if you can write it down, that would be great. But let it all out, because it's just the reality of the situation. And I honestly think that it means that you care about what you're doing. You care about your job and you want it to do a good job. And so when you try really hard and you have that breakdown moment, I feel like that tells me that you're going to be a phenomenal teacher. And the reason why I say that means that you're going to be a phenomenal teacher is because you are striving for some level of excellence, which means that you're probably going to give your all at the end anyway. And first year teaching is tough. I've said that many, many times. No one's ever going to tell you that it's going to be super easy, because it's such a learning curve. You don't even understand that everything that you're doing right now is trial and error. You probably haven't built the best structure yet, and you're not going to. It's probably going to be your second year or your third year where you're like, oh, okay, I got it. If you probably don't use graphic organizers, or nobody's told you how to implement graphic organizers or small group instruction or whole group instruction. You probably don't know what works for you that can work with the kids, and so you just have to take today with a grain of salt if it's today that you've cried. Now, if you're crying multiple times throughout the year, then I would question whether or not you really want to be at that school. Because something that I've realized in education is that everybody has a place where they belong. I feel like elementary school teachers should be elementary school teachers for a reason. And then there's some high school teachers that should teach honors, because they're just the type of people to be like, what are you talking about? I explained it to you already. You should get it. And then there are type of teachers that should teach gen ed, who are just okay, well, we can go over it, but knows how to balance between half the class understanding and half the class not understanding. And then there are the special education teachers who know how to handle students who on IEPs, who have a variety of things that they should watch out for. So everybody has their place in education, and maybe all you have to do is find out where your exact place is. But that does not mean that you are not human. So I never want you to feel crying is a bad thing or be ashamed of it, because it happened. So what? You know what? It's over, and now you're going to be a better person tomorrow because of it. Take it as a learning experience and move on. So tomorrow, hold your head up high and you lesson plan like you've always been doing, and I promise you, come year 2, you're going to feel okay, this happened year 1, I'm not going to do it again. So don't worry about those tears. It's completely okay to cry. Take a deep breath and just relax for a second. And this weekend, go out and get yourself something nice, because for that event, whatever just happened, you totally deserve it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on New Teacher Time Out. I will always be posting videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, have a good one, guys.